Hello, Bookies. So, you already know, I want to talk about Winston's character, and this video is not going to be that long. I just want to, touch on some things. So, y'all ever watch the 13 and 14 and just think that he's a character that's constantly on your screen, but you know little to nothing about? I've always wondered that. It's like, you got to think, Winston is on your screen a lot. Like, when you watch season 13 and 14, he is on your screen a lot. Like, a lot. And it's like, damn, Degrassi, since when are we showing characters a lot on the screen to where we know little to nothing about? Like, why just make Winston feel like a certified extra? Why not give him anything, right? You're going with this thing where where Winston and Miles have been best friends since they've been 5 years old. Okay, where is Winston's family? Where does he come from? Like, there's like little to nothing of his character development. Like, he's always at the Hollingsworth house. So there's like two storylines I'm thinking with Winston that I would have done had I been in the writer's room, or I feel like the writer should have done. Number one, I would have done something where Winston was adopted by the Hollingsworths, and I would have done something where he is trying to find his inner self as an individual I think the actor who played Winston is I think he's Korean. So I would have done something where, him being Korean and being adopted by a white, rich family where he kind of came from nothing in his village. I would have done something where, he's trying to fit in and trying to find his inner self, and it's kind of hard when your siblings don't look like you and they act differently, and maybe you have to act like them, or maybe you have to find your inner self. I would have done something like that. That's like us getting to know the character and getting some depth with him. Like, I would have done something where either he gets, into drugs because he does not know his worth and doesn't know why he was adopted by this family to begin with, or I would have done something where he either becomes really obsessed with alcohol and he has to go to rehab. Anything to make his character feel interesting. Like, why is this character just on the screen and not getting storylines? Like, Degrassi, what's up with that? Like, y'all need to talk to me, because I always felt like I like Winston, but it's like Winston was a really sweet and caring guy. But it's like, why didn't he ever get any storylines? So that is the number one. That's the one storyline I would have done with him. Like, would he have the Hollingsworth family adopted him? That even though him and Miles have been friends since the moment he's been adopted, whatever y'all want to go with, that they've been friends for 5 years, or that, even though they're brothers, they have a really big friendship at the same time. Whatever it is that y'all would have make it, I would have done that. Or I would have done something where Winston has a bad home life, and I would have done something where his parents argue all the time, they fight all the time, there's cheating going around, the dad is a cheater. Or I would have done something where his dad is abusive towards him and towards the mother. Like, I would have done something where we could get to know Winston's character, like get to know him as an individual. I would have done something where that was his home life, and he got adopted by another family from the foster system. Like, I would have done something with Winston's character, because his character lacked development and it lacked interest. Like, it's like, is he here just to be a best friend to Miles? Like, we don't get no character insight, no who he was. Like, we don't get nothing. Like, nada. Like, what? Like, Degrassi, I just gave y'all two storylines y'all could have done with Winston, and yet y'all just had him be a best friend to Miles. Like, that's annoying to me. Like, I ain't gonna cap. Degrassi, I really want to say after season 12, they stepped their role down. Like, it became a little too watered down. Like, and it's kind of crazy that my sister said that, because whenever I look at, people rank the seasons, they always say they feel like season 14 and 13 felt watered down. I will say they do feel somewhat watered down, because most of the storylines are really, really ridiculous, and it's like, feel ridiculous, and it's like, why is this even in this show? This storyline is not meant for the show, so why is it in this show? Like, some storylines are really ridiculous. It's like you have a lot of characters here, put the names in the hat, shake the hat up, and decide who you're going to give character development next. Because whoever didn't get anything in season 13 or 14, those are characters who should have shined in next class. Yet they didn't. Zig still didn't get any development. Tiny, Shay, Lola, they all still lack development. Winston still lack development. These are all the characters from season 13 or 14 that's been here, and it's like, why are they not shining? Next class should have been their time to shine. I understand you still have Miles, Maya, and all of them still here, but still give development to your other class. Like, what do you have a sophomore, junior class for if you're only going to give storylines to your junior and senior class? Like, huh? And then not everyone in your junior or senior class gets storylines. I'm just annoyed because it's like Degrassi, come on now. Y'all should have stepped your game up a little bit better for season 13. I don't even want to say season 13 because season 13 was really a good season. Like, for what I've been watching, it has not been a bad season at all. Are there some storylines I could have done without? Yes. Are there some characters that they gave storylines to that I did not care for? Hell yeah. But for the most part, the season has not been bad at all. The only bad part was really that first half. The first half of them being in Paris was boring as fuck, and then them killing Adam off was really was just really a bad look. But when they got to that second half, it was just so many good storylines. Like, that second half had a lot of good storylines. Like, a lot of good storylines. I'm not even gonna hold you. Season 13 has a lot of good storylines. It has a lot of good episodes. But there are some characters and storylines they did in this season that I did not care for. But at the same time, it's like, in season 14, you still have characters like Frankie, Winston. I ain't even gonna say Frankie, because Frankie, her character definitely shined in season 14. I felt like she was gonna be like their next it girl who gets like, how they always pick one, like it's Emma and Claire and then Maya. I felt like for the next class, she definitely was going to be one of the ones who get a lot of screen time. And she definitely did. She definitely got a lot of storylines, but most of them were fucking relationships. They were never just like her own individual storylines. I've always said this. I feel like they should have made Frankie suicidal. You had the whole storyline right there in the palm of your hands. Why didn't you go with it? Instead, you had her jump into a relationship to make her feel better. So you're romanticizing her pain. You're saying all she needed to do to get over her feeling sad and getting over her pain was to jump in another relationship with a nigga. Huh? If you weren't going to give Frankie any fucking character development, neither her or Winston, you know what you should have done? You should have just put them back together. I've always said that because I despise Frankie's relationship with Jonah to a fucking T. I cannot stand them together as a relationship. I can't stand him. So I don't like the relationship because the relationship is just terrible. Poorly written. They have no fucking charisma. No nothing. As far as I'm concerned, why the fuck is Jonah even still in Degrassi? Why didn't he transfer after season 14? Huh? Like Degrassi, they should have stepped their game up a little bit better for season 14 and next class. They got lazy and still you have characters here who still ain't get shit you know nothing about. And it's like, what the fuck are they here for? They're not going to get anything. Why are they here? Get them off this show. Why transfer? Go to a different place. Like, if I was on the Degrassi Cran team, it wouldn't have been like that. Like, I would at least have tried to give every character a little something. Like, just something for us to get to know them. Because it's like, why are they here if they're not going to get anything? Why? So that's my complaint. Winston's character really lacked interest. How is he a character who's been here since season 13, all the way from 4 seasons to next class, and he still ain't got no storylines? He still didn't get shit out of his sophomore class, junior class, and senior class. He's like one of the main ones who never got no storylines. Him, Tiny, Zig, all of them. They never got no storylines. Never, ever? That's insane. But you know what? That's all we gotta say for this video, is that the rest should have did better when it came to character development. They had a lot of characters who didn't do shit, and it's just like, why are you casting so many characters? Why is your casting cost so much? Why is your cast so large? If you don't even do anything with half the characters you hired, does that mean they was just on here filling a check for a lot of years? Huh? I felt like had they rebooted Degrassi, and I don't know if they would have. I don't know if they were gonna be doing like the kids of Manny and all of them, or they was gonna be doing where they just reboot the whole. I don't know if they was gonna be doing something where they was going to be rebooting. I don't know why the fuck I can't talk. I don't know if they're going to be rebooting the whole show where it's like, Minnie, Emma, and them all over again, and we just, have to watch it all over again. I don't know what they were going to do, but I feel like if the graphics was going to be rebooted, there are some things I really would have liked to see differently. I would have liked to see characters get developed a lot more than what they did for them in the original show. Because there are a lot of characters who lack development, lack interest, to where I just didn't care for them. Like, these characters could have got killed, run over by a bus, and I just went characters like, damn, they didn't do anything with this character, so why should I care they're no longer on this show? Huh? Tell me. But as always, it's nice chit-chatting with y'all. I'm going to catch you guys in my next video. Like I said, please be prepared. I'm about to be, wrapping up the last of this season 13 for the Grassy. And it's on to season 14. And then after that, I'm going to have to think of what I want to do for the rest of this channel. As always, it is always nice talking to you guys. See you guys later.